Let's go, you guys. We are through to the semi-finals of this year's UCL, and boy, oh boy, has this been a long time. Now, back in the day, we used to be synonymous with Champions League semi-finals, and for me, it is nice to know that this very young team, this inexperienced, next generation of this team, already at a young age are showing that they have what it takes to go all the way. This is great experience to earn to reach this stage of the competition. And for me, bring on Liverpool, bring on Real Madrid. Honestly, I think under Thomas Tuchel, we have a manager that can help us go all the way. Now, today, of course, we were completely entitled to play the way we did today. This was pressure on FC Porto to come out and make something happen. I mean, we rightfully, deservedly won that first leg. We won the right to dictate how we played the game. It was down to FC Porto to show a bit more bravery, attack us a bit more, flood more men forward, and other than one unreal goal, one of the best by the wicket goals I've ever seen, one of the best goals scored against us. I guess on paper this was it was like a nice reward for FC Porto. Yes, they didn't really create too much against us, but it was still a very physical battle. The players clearly had to put in a lot of energy against them, and to be honest, even though the game wasn't very entertaining, I felt there were many good performances on show tonight. And I think one player that I want to start off with is Christian Pulisic. Now, I've always had one maybe recommendation, one little critique, and that was that, I felt like Pulisic at times, win the, important fouls for the team. Now, like under Eden Hazard, he was a foul magnet, and we used to use his ability to win fouls all the time to, really just stop opposition attacks, to slow that momentum down, to kill their tempo down as well. And, today I saw Pulisic put one in for the team. Now, I thought it was a very brave performance. The amount of abuse he suffered in the game today, I don't think I've ever seen a player get as fouled as many times as Pulisic tonight, but every single time when he was down, he got himself up, and I don't know, you guys, maybe he really is trying to live up to this Captain America moniker, but yeah, I was very impressed by him. A real, just a real manly performance from him today. Put one in for the team, took one for us, and yeah, very impressed with him today. And it feels like he's starting to get back, you guys. His form has been getting better and better and better. He's starting more consecutive games now under Thomas Tuchel, and I think he's done it now. It seems like he's won his spot back into the team. So he was very good today. Another player who's starting to find a bit of a mini resurgence right now is Jorginho. Now, after his terrible performance against West Brom, which maybe, I even said in the review, could partly be down to the fact that it was his first game back from injury, maybe feeling a bit rusty, not fully mentally fit. I can let him off for that because his past two games have been very good, and I thought today Jorginho was outstanding again in midfield. When you play that short passing game, then you see what Jorginho is really about. And yeah, his use of the ball was just very intelligent throughout. Constantly finding angles, constantly playing passes between the lines, constantly relieving pressure out from the back. His close control today too, shielding the ball was very good. And physically, for a guy that is very stick thin, he does not play like that. He plays like, he just goes for it every single time. And he's got that type of like strength. So, Jorginho, I've got my criticisms behind his overall game, but with how we're playing now and with this form he's showing too, you guys know that as long as players play well, I will rightfully give them praise that they deserve. So Jorginho, another starter in midfield, and his partner alongside him today, N'Golo Kante. I mean, this guy really is one of the ultimate big game players. Again, having to play another game where he's still not fully recovered, he's still not fully fit. But you would never ever guess that, because with Kante, when it comes to playing, it's like he just is a man possessed, to be honest. Countlessly winning back possession for us, countlessly kick-starting attacks, covered every blade of grass on the field too, and just seeing the nice bit of sauce to his game too, that composure. When you see him getting pressed down, just watch how he plays the game. When do you ever see Kante get caught on the ball and getting dispossessed? Of course, wasn't perfect. I think on two occasions he should have looked to play passes down the left-hand sides. You know, I think maybe on the counter-attack could have done a bit better, but for me, you know, he's only just come back. He's still not fully fit, and he had to play the full 90 because Cover, of course, picked up his ill-time injury yesterday. So, you know, N'Golo Kante, we need to keep this guy at all costs. If you have any hopes of wanting to win things, he's one of those key important players that you want in your squads to help you achieve that. So those three were the important ones that stood out. And of course, a big shout out goes to Rudiger, who defensively today and aerially, I feel like his entire aerial game has got infinitely better this season. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this guy was constantly in battles, constantly winning his duels aerially, and yeah, for me, it's the best form I've ever seen Rudiger in. He's really deserving of his place in the team, let's keep it real, and you know, he's really looking at the player that I think that the club wanted to invest so much money in to sign all those seasons back. So yeah, I guess the frustration was that we weren't able to keep this at a clean sheet at least. Of course, the goal that Porto scored was an absolute wonder goal. You can't save them, you can't do nothing against them. I'm disappointed though that we produced many opportunities on the counter-attack to win this game and seal things, and maybe if this was a different game where we weren't in the leads, maybe if we had to get ourselves back in the game, I'm sure that maybe, you know, some of the decision making in the final third would have been better, would have been crisper. But yeah, we definitely should have scored a goal today. You know, and Mason had an opportunity, Pulisic had an opportunity. There were many, at least 4 good opportunities today to put the goal in the back of the net and really just seal things. However, you know, I just love how we absolutely frustrated the life out of FC Porto, who were constantly fouling us left, right, and centre. Now, I don't know what happened to the referee. I thought there was a rule called persistent fouling, and when your team collects a few fouls after a short amount of time, you get booked. Considering that Pulisic was mostly on the floor compared to even being on his 2 feet, and I don't remember too many players from FC Porto getting yellow cards for that. So I had no idea what they were complaining about at the end of the game. I don't know what that beef was about, but you know, one thing I like about this team right now, if team was on the giant, then our team's ready. You know what I mean? But yeah, you guys, the most important thing is that we are through to the semi-finals. How do you guys feel? Do you feel like you prefer to get Liverpool or Real Madrid? Right now, it seems like it's going to be Real Madrid, and for me, I'm very excited. I feel like we definitely have a team and a manager that can definitely compete against Real Madrid. Let's not forget that they're, you know, got a few good players themselves. Of course, we can't forget Benzema. I'd like to see what potential plans we could have for him, and at the same time, they, I don't know, I feel like there's many similarities between us and Madrid right now. They're kind of going through like a mini transition phase in a sense. They've got lots of young players they've invested in that they're trying to bring into the team right now, and I don't know, I think it'll be a very fascinating battle over 2 legs that I think finishing will be the thing that will be decisive. And I don't know, I've always said this, but I feel like our finishing right now is not on that level that you consistently need to be on to, you know, win the top accolades, but we'll get there. And I think this performance tonight showed that there's a lot more to expect from this team in the not too distant future, you guys. But on that note, I'm going to wrap things up, keep things moving. I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Line CV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Peace.